Howdy folks, and welcome to a brand new part. This is going to be the continuing parts that actually will be pre-recorded for you guys instead of the usual live that I would do the night before. So let's go ahead and get this started. So this is episode 11. That's right, episode 11. And we are going to be, just make sure, yes, talking to Tanae. Because we're going to do Mine Enemy.
Starfleet Intelligence has decoded the list of Riemann targets that you recovered from the vault. I need you to investigate one of these locations and determine why Obasek and his forces planned an attack there. The Hefar system is still technically part of the Romulan Star Empire, but Ferengi speculators have moved in, and the Empress has done nothing to remove them. The Ferengi have reopened the mines and are now doing business with anyone with latinum. Several survivors from the Star Empire have taken up residence at the mines and now work for Modron, the Ferengi who oversees the operation. The presence of one or more refugees should not cause undue suspicion, so you should be able to gather information from Modron and the workers. Once we know why Obasek and the Riemanns are targeting these mines, then we will be able to decide how to proceed.
Okay. Ooh, Horda hatchling. Alright, so we are to head over to the Hefar. What? I got my cat in my lap. And he's like, you must pay attention to me. You got to pay attention. And I'm paying his attention because he's in my lap. Don't curl up in my lap. Takes up so much space. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. No. Okay, so yeah, it's over here. Let's go ahead and head over there, and I will see you guys when I get over there. Alrighty, we are here at the Hefar system at Hefar 1. The unusual gravitational harmonics of the planetoids of the Hefar system are believed to be due to the elongated elliptical orbit of Hefar 2. However, Federation researchers in the system have recently detected something that could be a dark matter nebula. The presence of an anomaly of that type could be affecting the harmonics of all of the planetoids. The Federation Science Council is constructing a Metreon fountain on Hefar 1 in an effort to learn more about the nebula. Let's go ahead and start this. Yeah. Me. Oh gosh. Aw, he's gripping my arm. So cute. Commander, the Riemanns are targeting a magnesite mine in the area, but the list we recovered didn't have the exact coordinates. I know we're in the right area, but all of the moons in the system are inhabited, and our sensors are being affected by the magnesite. We will need to contact each moon to try to determine which one the Riemanns were actually targeting. Oh, okay. Awesome. Oh, hexafluorine. There we go. Oh, hello. Oh. They don't like this. Oh, I guess they don't like us. Alright. Okay, here it is. Romulans. This base is. Oh, okay. Okay, well, I guess that Orion Syndicate was just hostile because Romulans and Remans fleeing. Oh yeah, who wouldn't be? Ooh, that's a bit rare. No, seriously, that's actually hard to find in the game naturally. Fire property. Ah, racist. Rude and insolent. Yeah. Well, yeah, but they've been dealing with refugees all the time. So you gotta understand that. Ooh, beta tachyon. Oh, okay, here you go, Madron. Hello, my good friends. I'm so happy to meet you. Perhaps you are in the market for some high-quality magnesite? We have the finest ore in the quadrant. On behalf of the miners and residents here, I'm more than happy to welcome you out to our home. Please transport to the surface. Unfortunately, there are large amounts of extremely pure magnesite ore in the core of our little world will interfere with your sensors. For safety reasons, I must insist that you use the transporter signal enhancers that I have installed at my own expense. Also, I know Romulans are fond of their entourage, but could you please restrict the numbers of your crew you bring down to the surface? My people aren't used to strangers, and you wouldn't want to disrupt their work, would you? Sounds like he's hiding something. Right. I'm gonna beam down to the surface with Tovin, because why not? Because me and him are friends. Oh, you guys may be wondering, why are you whispering, Blueset? Or why you're being hush-hush? Well, it is evening here, and my sister is asleep, so I gotta be careful of how loud I get. Right. And who's this? Oh. Right, do you need something? Oh yeah, very nice. Let's see, Zanel, is that really you? How did you... Never mind, it doesn't matter. I didn't know who else escaped. When the attack happened, I hid in the Kelid hives. I lived on nectar for days before I snuck out. The Tal Shiar didn't leave much of a garrison behind. I was able to hike to another settlement to meet up with a few other survivors. We got an old transport working and it broke down. It's so good to see a familiar face. Well, what have you heard lately? This whole mining facility is nothing but strange. That Ferengi Madron rides everyone hard to make a profit, but just when it looks like things will get too bad, he turns around and does something generous. Folks have occasionally disappeared, and not by leaving on a ship. People here for weeks or months will suddenly vanish. People talk about seeing strange things. or being kept out of parts of the mine by the guards. Oh, okay. Well, we can talk to her. Yeah, put her on my ship. Oh, cool. I got her as a duty officer. That's awesome. Now, let's see. We're supposed to talk to Mandarin over there. Oh, sorry. Madran. Yes. Excuse me. Domestic Oracle. Everything else is just refugees. Trust me. Let's see here. On behalf of everyone on this Forsaken Rock, let me be the first to welcome you to Hefar. As you can see, we don't have time for pleasantries, and I'm not sharing my Tranya stash with you, so why don't we skip the chit-chat and get down to business. Of course, I've heard you're an excellent source of magnesite. What makes your mine better than the others in this sector? Unfortunately, I cannot call this mine my own. I'm just a middleman. Out of the goodness of my heart, I help the residents here pass on the products of their hard work to commercial entities such as yourself. But the minuscule transaction fee and trade tariff I keep to offset my expenses is figured into the unit cost of the ore. Our operation has become one of the best in the area because of the high demand for my services from both sides. I provide the best mining equipment and supplies in the sector to the miners, while my customers get competitive pricings on the ore they need. Do you have any information about the mines themselves? I don't pay much attention to that. Miners have empty carts and they return with ones filled with ore. If you're that interested, you could visit the mines themselves, but I wouldn't recommend it. It's such a dirty, disagreeable business. And I'm convinced that that breathing ore dust for too long is terrible for you. The miners who live near my quarters used to keep me up night after night with their dreadful coughing. I had to install soundproofing just to get some sleep. Are you sure you wouldn't rather look at the ore I have for sale? I'll talk to the miners first. Really? Suit yourself. But just remember, I have an excellent contract to export magnesite ore from this moon. If you try to cut me out of your deals, you'll regret it. Right. Let's talk to the miners. Right, let's question the miners. Let's see here. Over here is this science. Gotta talk to this person. Yes. The following areas for these specific quest areas, and let me zoom in on the map. This is tactical. This is engineering. And this is science. Since I'm science, I'm over here. And surveyor. So they need somebody to do a scan. It doesn't take much to do the scans. Just run up to the edge of the border and you're pretty much going to zero in on where the area is going to be. You will have to deal with wild wargulls. But if you're smart enough, you can just go to the edge and not have to deal with them. Never mind. It looks like I'll have to fight. Shame, though. Or not. Oh, okay, cool. So yeah, I mean, you don't have to fight out here, but you will later on. Trust me. Yeah, it's okay, Richard. Oh, some resources I can get. Ah, duranium. Plenty of that. Might as well get more. Alright, here's the surveyor again. Alright. Yeah, they tell us the information we actually need. Oh, go on. Okay, so they tell us about strange things happening and we need to confront him. Okay, basically he's giving us the business end of the BS. Not kidding. He truly is. So, this means we will have to go into the mines and deal with this. Basically, he's insisting we don't go into the mines. So, that means we have to go into the mines. Let's go ahead and find out why. Looks like I could attack him, but why? Don't make me hurt you, huh? What do you want? I'd like to enter. Wow. Get to learn. Fine. Alright. Well, he's dead. Optional. Yeah. You can actually talk to him to get by if you're like an envoy rank of diplomacy ranks. Yeah. Tovin, you dumbass. Getting me killed. Tovin is a dumbass. I'm just gonna admit it. I should have brought a science person with me. 2 people healing, definitely better. Alright, so let's find out what's happening here. There's a series of pressure plates. Okay, so here's how this particular scenario works. This button over here, the rally point, click that and place it up over here. So long as over there, they'll be there. Stand on the other end, hit lock. Alright. Now, back on the rally button, right click, and it'll disengage. And then, you can do Open Sesame. Lame. Anyways. So, let's find out what's in here.
I give the orders here, Commander. You are out of line.
With all due respect, sir, there's a difference between protecting the Empire from her enemies and provoking
There is
them.
much here you do not understand, Janek. The Remans need to know their place. As do you. I will not forget your insubordination, Commander. The Tal Shiar has no place for officers who cannot follow orders. I'll be in the command center.
Colonel, they were civilians! Their blood is on our hands!
Get used to it. There will be more. Speaking of which, why don't you clean out the brig before you become a resident there?
Akiv is an ass. Alright, they're not gonna attack us because they're engrossed in what they're doing. We need to go over here.
I almost feel sorry for you, but I have my own neck to worry about. I'll be joining you in there soon enough. If Hakiv has his way, we all will.
I don't understand about the whole shakiness. But then again, you know, there's been an issue with frame rates. But I'm not going to complain. Okay, guess what? We get to release them. And I get prisoners. They're all a bunch of captured miners. And we gotta run up here. Because we need her. Well, this was a lot easier.
You again! How do you always manage to... Never mind. Obviously, the Tal Shiar have had no luck in stopping you. I have no desire to try my own fortunes. Why are you here? How did you even find out about us?
Why does the Riemann resistance want to destroy this base?
The Remans know about this base? Impossible. Only the leadership of the Tal Shiar know we're here. The Empress herself couldn't find us. I don't believe you. But it makes no difference. This is not a military installation. We listen and record here, nothing more. There are many targets those Riemann scum would find much more tempting.
We know each other too well for me to simply accept that.
Colonel Hakiv will want my blood for this, but take my security code. You can use it to access the control room. You'll find everything you're looking for there.
Why are you doing this?
You have what you need. Now please, leave me alone. The Tal Shiar will not look kindly upon my betrayal. I will need to act quickly if I am to survive.
Well, okay. Take care of that little number. Well, then let's go ahead and head through then, shall we? The miners don't really care. Oh. Before we actually really do continue, there is actually a secret over here. Okay. So this is actually a secret reference to the Star Trek original series, and I'm not kidding. Yeah, you know that reward that says Horda? Yep, Hordas. And these were Horda eggs because they're pretty much our stone. And here's the Tal Shiar over here. And there's a Horda. Yeah, it says no kill eye. That's the secret. Actually, in the original release of this mission, you had to actually talk to the Horda in order to actually get the Horda blueprint to get yourself a combat Horda. And it was an actual unlock. So yeah, it was very much needed. Alright, now here we go. We need to unlock the door here to be able to get to pretty much deal with this bunch. Tribbles, I don't need more. Oh, that's an enemy. Well, good job. Alrighty, so Hakiv is back over here. Let's go ahead and find him. Oh, there he is.
You again!
Hi.
I suppose it was inevitable. Fitting. As this is the perfect opportunity to eliminate you. Though I would like to watch you suffer personally. My plans are larger than you alone.
Well, based on your track record, that's not going to work.
The self-destruct sequence has begun. This base will be your tomb.
Oh, shit. Right, let's get the code. Okay, now we run. Like, run. Yep, run. Ah. And we're running and running and running. Yeah, she'll be fine. Oh no! Not really real rocks falling. Because I can kick them like a styrofoam. Yeah. Okay, so now we made it. Alright, so let's run up. My mind, what have you done with it? I like the first one. There was an infestation of Tal Shiar spies in there. I just fumigated. That's awesome. Tal Shiar, I'm shocked. Or I am shocked. I'm sorry, just had to do that. I had no idea. I certainly wouldn't have sent you down there if, say, you didn't happen to find anything valuable down there, did you? Because if you did, remember that I have an exclusive contract. Oh, shut up. I know you knew who and what was down there. And what is said to you? This is a rough area of the quadrant, you know, and there are good neighbors. If you're not easily embarrassed, their cameras and listening devices are everywhere. I haven't had a single problem with Orions or Herodians since they moved in, and it doesn't hurt that I acquire that odd bit of information here and there. I'm a businessman, and information is a big business. Do you know anything about what they were recently discovered? Unfortunately, no. How mad. I was trying to find out, but their systems were locked down tight. I'm sure whatever it was had to be big news. Everybody was on edge. Janek and Hakiv were barely speaking, and I once heard Hakiv mumbling something about orders. Someone been pulling his strings. I don't know who. I don't know, or I do know, the Tal Shiar take security very seriously. If you manage to pull any files from their systems, you can expect them to be heavily encoded. Trust me on that. I speak from experience. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to go talk 100 Romans into digging a new mine to replace the one you destroyed. My profit margins for this month is ruined. Well then, you better treat those miners well, Margarine, or I'll be back, and this time, I'll be using my ship to do the talking. Alright, let's get out of here. Oh, it's back there. Okay. Alright, so, the next part is going to be boring. And I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's going to be boring. Boring. Basically, we gotta go in here and access the computer. Oh, that's the bank. Where? Oh, there's my computer. Alright. This one is trial and error. And pretty much I'll get to you guys. I mean, look at this. Yeah. Trial and error, people. So I'll be back when I got this done. Alright, here we are. File reciprocity, Riemann base detected in the Dara system. Well, they are a listening post. And a translation base. Let's see here. Listening post Hephaestus has detected an increase in subspace communications in ships traveling to and from the Dara system. Analysis of the communications and ship traffic reveals patterns of obfuscate. Wow, I need to learn that word. Normally employed by Riemann forces. The Tal Shiar forces then intercepted a ship leaving the Darrow system and captured 47 Riemann civilians. The passengers and crew were summarily executed under orders of Colonel Hakiv, but the captain and first officer were preserved for questioning. Under interrogation, the captain of the Riemann vessel provided a security key that could be used to decipher encrypted communications sent to the Darrow system. The encrypted messages prove that there is a base in this area of space being used by the Riemann resistance. Recommendation: Tal Shiar ships should be sent to the Darrow system immediately to capture this base and its inhabitants. So they already know. Right, let's hail Tanay.
The Tal Shiar records you recovered show that Hakiv and his forces have been targeting the Riemanns for months. Obasek and his followers have been driven from their homes, had their ships destroyed, and their loved ones killed or imprisoned. Some might say that Obasek's campaign against the Tal Shiar is just. However, Obasek was planning on using Thalaron weapons in the Fahar system, which would have killed hundreds of innocent civilians, as well as the Tal Shiar cell there. This is the problem with revenge. Violence and fury only create more pain and suffering.
That's what you say, but quite frankly, I went in covert and got rid of the cell. Quite frankly, he could have done the same.
Congratulations, Commander.
Yay! I leveled up. Okay, so... oh yeah, what are we doing to help the Romulan civilians like those miners?
Since the destruction of Romulus, the Federation has done all it can for the survivors and the Romulan colony worlds. Many of our aid shipments were stolen or diverted for use by the Romulan military. Others were rejected out of pride or suspicion. Nonetheless, we will not stop. It is my belief that a lasting peace with the Romulans is possible, but it will not be attained through treaties. Only by reaching out to individuals, as you did in the Vahar system, can we sweep away decades of mistrust and hostility.
Okay, that actually works. I already tell you what, since we are actually pretty much... oh, wow, I like this. Pretty much at a point where we're about to do the next mission. Tell you what, I'm going to stop the recording and see you guys in the next part, because this is all being pre-recorded and you guys are seeing this 1 week at a time for Star Trek. I will be doing this pretty much one after another and getting you these things out to you guys as soon and quickly and humanly as possible. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.